Well, hello everybody, and welcome here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. I'm David Shapansky, and welcome here to Firebirds Pregame Live. Hopefully you can hear me over the music that is blaring, but we do have a wonderful matchup for you today between Lower Moreland, the Lions, and your Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Should be a very interesting one today. HGP, the #1 seed, heading into the district tournament against Lower Moreland, who's the #4 seed in this district tournament. It is District 1, and it is the 4A playoff. Again, matchup number 1 between the Firebirds and Lower Moreland. The winner will play the winner of the game that is also going to be going on at the same time, Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School. And if we can find out who or what the score is during that game, we'll try to update you as well here. But on this pregame show, we're going to talk about, well, really both teams here. First, the pitching matchup for the Firebirds. It will be the senior Shane Turpin who will get the start. Shane this year is 4-2 with a 2.69 ERA. He's pitched in 26 innings, giving up 28 hits, only 10 earned runs. He's walked 9 batters, but has also struck out 17 hitters. Shane today will have to pitch ahead in the count. Lower Moreland will take advantage and swing early. As a team, the Lions have a .216 batting average, which is extremely low. They are mainly a pitching and defense first team. And also, of course, first pitch strikes are going to be extremely important for Shane Turpin, and limit the walks, limit the free passes. You want to make them put the ball in play and see if that .216 average can get to them. Again, Lower Moreland, they are a defense and pitching first team in this one, so we'll see how that has effect on this game. For the Lions, it will be Mason Tamaro who gets the start. He has a 1.75 ERA. He's 1-0. He's pitched in 12 innings, only giving up 9 hits and 3 earned runs. He hasn't walked a single batter, and he has struck out 8 hitters. He's a contact pitcher. He'll pitch to contact, but he has amazing control, and we'll see Tamaro get on the mound. He's warming up just to our right here on the campus. When we come back, we'll talk more about what the Firebirds need to do to win districts, and we'll also talk about some players to watch in this one. Firebirds and Lower Moreland going to take on each other next in the district championship. When we come back, stay tuned for more here on Firebirds Pregame Live. Welcome back here to Firebirds Pregame Live. Holy Ghost Prep getting set to take on the Lower Moreland Lions. The Lions are coming into this game with a record of 7-10. They are 3-5 away from their home ballpark in Lower Moreland. The Firebirds come into this game with a record of 11-8. They won their last game, their regular season closer, their finale, and they are 8-4 at home right here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. In terms of the two teams that these teams have both faced, the Firebirds and Lower Moreland both faced Quakertown. The Firebirds beat up Quakertown, while Lower Moreland did lose to Quakertown, and both teams did lose to Plymouth Whitemarsh. For Lower Moreland, it was a blowout to Plymouth Whitemarsh. For the Firebirds, it was a little closer, 5-2, but both teams did lose to Plymouth Whitemarsh until these two teams match up against two teams that they both have played. They're the only two teams that both teams have played. So the Firebirds coming into this game, they are the #1 seed in the District 1 4A playoffs. And how can they win districts? How can they go to the championship on Thursday, which will be the winner against Springfield Township and Collegium Charter? What will they need to do, well, to win this game and also to win the overall championship? #1 is really good defense. They have to play solid defense all around, be smart, really when they're making decisions, where to throw the ball. We've seen a couple times this year some throwing mistakes may happen, and the Firebirds have to limit them and play good defense. They've mainly played good defense throughout this entire season. They need production from their seniors, Jack McDermott, Matt Long, and from the pitching end. Jack has been an amazing player this entire season. We'll talk about him in a little bit. They're going to need production out of Tyler McCord, who is a junior, really good player. His batting average is over 400, and he's going to be another star to this game. And the Firebirds, they need good pitching. Matt Long, Shane Turpin, who gets a start today, Nick Henn, Matt Goldenbaum, Zach Van Arsdale. They're going to need good pitching in order to get it done, and we'll see how it goes. Firebirds come into this game with a team record, or a team ERA of 3.59. So they're a pretty good pitching team, and they're going to need more of that here today against Lower Moreland. And if they do win this game, again, the winner will go on to play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School. When we come back, we're going to talk about Jack McDermott, the player to watch in this game. We'll talk overall and get you set up more for Lower Moreland taking on the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. We'll be right back. The live chat is active. We've seen some comments already. We appreciate the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here, everyone, to Firebirds Pregame Live here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. David Chapansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. So far in today's pregame show, we already talked about what the Firebirds need to do to win districts and win this game against Lower Moreland. We've talked about Shane Turpin and Mason Tamaro, the two starters for today's game. And the last bullet point that we're going to talk about in today's pregame show is Jack McDermott, the senior for Holy Ghost Prep, who was already committed to Amherst College to play baseball. He has a .460 batting average on the season with 2 home runs, 24 RBIs, and what I think is the most fascinating stat by far is he has 7 doubles and 4 triples. And when I tell you, these doubles were not, little poke shots down the left or right field lines. These doubles almost went out of the stadium here. They were hit to the deep left center field gap and the deep right center field gap. Firebirds are going to need Jack to continue his hot hitting this season, as he's done so far. No doubt the Firebirds are going to need him to win today, and if they do win today, to win against the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School, which I believe is also going on. Yeah, it is going on today, I believe at the same time. So we can find out a score. We'll try to keep you updated with that. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups for both teams. It should be an interesting one. The number 1 seed Firebirds taking on the number 4 seed Lower Moreland Lions. When we come back, we'll have much more here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Stay tuned. Hello, everybody, and welcome back here to the Firebirds pregame show. Is getting you set here for Lower Moreland taking on the number 1 seeded HolyGhostPrep Firebirds. David Shapansky with you here, and before we get you set completely for game time, before first pitch, which is scheduled for 4 o'clock, let's take a look at today's starting lineups. First for the HolyGhostPrep Firebirds, it'll be Jack McDermott who'll lead it off. He'll be the shortstop, followed by Isaac Acosta. He's the right fielder. Tyler McCord will bat third. He's the third baseman. Batting cleanup for Coach Olinsky's Firebirds will be Reese Accord. He will be the first baseman. Aiden Robbins bats fifth. He's the center fielder. Doing the catching today for the Firebirds, batting sixth is Hunter Finlay. Batting seventh will be the sophomore Matthew Goldenbaum at second base. Batting eighth will be the DH Liam Parsons. And batting ninth for Coach Olinsky's Firebirds will be the left fielder Joe Amati. Again, for the Firebirds, it's McDermott, Acosta, McCord, Accord, Robbins, Finlay, Goldenbaum, Parsons, and Amati. For Lower Moreland, the Lions again come into this game with an overall record of 7-10. They are 3-5 away. Leading off for Lower Moreland will be Matt Dymowski. Batting second will be Mike Panizzi. He'll be the left fielder. Doniker will be the shortstop. He'll bat third. That's Jack Doniker. Haggerty will bat fourth. The cleanup hitter, Matt Haggerty. He'll be the center fielder. Batting fifth will be Donato Incognito, who will be the right fielder. He'll bat fifth. Batting sixth will be the pitcher, Mason Tamaro. Batting seventh will be Ricciardi. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. Aiden will be the second baseman for Lower Moreland. Batting eighth will be Bryce Fazio. He's the senior, and he'll be at first base, batting eighth. And batting ninth will be the third baseman, Aiden Stepansky. He'll be at third base for Lower Moreland. Again, the lineup: Dymowski, Panizzi, Doniker, Haggerty, Incognito, Tamaro, Ricciardi, Fazio, and Stepansky for Lower Moreland. The umpires are here, and when we come back, we'll have lineups and first pitch. We'll also get you into the actual part of the broadcast past the pregame live. Again, Mason Tamaro will start for Lower Moreland. For the Firebirds, it will be the senior Shane Turpin. Both teams facing elimination in this game. The number 1 seeded Firebirds taking on the number 4 seeded Lower Moreland. We'll be right back with more action. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This has been Pregame Live. I'm David Shapansky, and I'll see you in the broadcast. We'll be right back. Well, it's been 19 games, 12 at home, and it all comes down to this. The district championship, well, not quite the championship, but the playoffs leading up to the district championship, which will be on Thursday, will be the winner of this game, Lower Moreland and HolyGhostPrep, taking on the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School. The Lower Moreland Lions come to town as they'll take on the HolyGhostPrep Firebirds. Firebirds, the number 1 seed, and Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed here in the District 1 for a playoff tournament. It's super exciting to be here. Hi, everybody. I'm David Shapansky, and welcome in here live to the HolyGhostPrep campus. Both of these teams getting ready to square off. Both of these teams finishing up their warm-ups. Here, HolyGhostPrep stretching in the outfield. Lower Moreland kind of just in the shade. I don't blame them, though. It is a pretty hot day. The sun has come out here on the campus. It was cloudy this morning, and we're in the upper 70s as we get ready for baseball here on this Tuesday afternoon, again, it is round one of the District 1 4A playoffs. Lower Moreland taking on Holy Ghost Prep. It's going to be a very good pitching matchup today. It'll be Mason Tamaro who gets the start for the Lower Moreland Lions. Tamaro this season, again, he's 1-0 with a 1.75 earned run average. He's pitched in 12 innings this year for Lower Moreland. He's only given up 9 hits. He's allowed 3 runs. All 3 of those runs have been earned. He has not walked a single batter, though, in those 12 innings, and he does have 8 strikeouts. He's a contact pitcher. He'll pitch to contact, but his control has been really good this season for Lower Moreland. For the Firebirds, it will be the senior Shane Turpin, who is 4-2 with an earned run average of 2.69. He's pitched in 26 innings this year, giving up 28 hits. He's only given up 10 earned runs. He's walked 9 batters and did strike out 17 hitters. Firebirds, Lower Moreland getting ready to take on each other. When we come back, we'll have lineups, first pitch, possibly the national anthem. Nobody knows exactly what's going on today, but that's what's great about the district playoffs. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay tuned for more action.
Baseball game between the visitors from Lower Moreland and the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. For today's ceremonial first pitch, let's remember and give a big round of applause to our very own Michael Hagley. The playing of our national anthem.
Well, after a wonderful ceremonial first pitch in the national anthem, it is now time for some baseball here on this Tuesday afternoon. Lower Moreland Lions taking on the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds. Again, the Lions come into this game with a record of 7-10. They are 3-5 away from their home ballpark in Upper Moreland. The Firebirds come into this game with a record of 11-8. They are 8-4 at home here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Shane Turpin gets the start for the Firebirds. Turpin is 4-2 this season with a 2.69 ERA. The senior has pitched in 26 innings, giving up 28 hits. He's given up 10 earned runs with 9 walks, and he has stricken out 17 hitters so far this season. He'll face Lower Moreland, and the lineup, Lower Moreland as a team has a .216 batting average. Here's the way they will line up for today's ball game. Dymowski, the catcher, will lead it off, followed by Panizzi. He's the left fielder. Doniker, the shortstop, will bat third. Haggerty, the center fielder, he'll bat fourth. And Coligno, the right fielder, will bat fifth. Mason Tamaro gets the start for Lower Moreland. He'll bat sixth. Ricciardi is the second baseman. He'll bat seventh. Fazio will bat eighth. He's the first baseman. And Stepanski will bat ninth. He's the third baseman for Lower Moreland. Again, it's Dymowski, Panizzi, Doniker, Haggerty, and Coligno, Tamaro, Ricciardi, Fazio, and Stepanski for Lower Moreland. For the Firebirds defensively, this is the way they'll line up. Left to right first in the outfield, it will be Amati, Robbins, and Acosta. Then left to right on the infield, it will be McCord, McDermott, Goldenbaum, and then Reese Accord. Doing the catching today for Holy Ghost, it's Hunter Finlay, the senior, and doing the pitching will be his fellow senior, Shane Turpin. I am also controlling the scoreboard for today's game. David Chepansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, as we get ready for things on this Tuesday afternoon. So I can't get mad at anybody if the scoreboard is wrong, because I'm technically controlling it myself. As Shane Turpin gets set up for things here. And here's Dymowski, who will lead it off. Takes the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Dymowski, the catcher, hitting .273 on the season. And the next pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Shane Turpin, the senior, pitching from the windup. And the 1-1 missed. It's 2 balls and 1 strike to count. Here's the 2-1. Swung on and hit on the ground over to second base. Goldenbaum is up with it. He'll make the throw in time to get Dymowski.
Now batting for Lower Moreland, number 20, Mike Panizzi.
2. Here's Panizzi, and Turpin's first pitch to him is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. 1 out here in the top of the first. Shane Turpin doing the pitching to Panizzi, and the 0-1 is swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. Amati runs, loses his hat, and dives, and did not make the catch. It's a foul ball. It's 0-2. We have a lot of things to talk about in today's broadcast. Of course, this game here, but also some Major League Baseball stuff we'll talk about as well throughout the broadcast. No balls and 2 strikes to count, with 1 out here in the top of the first. Glad you could join us. David Chepansky with you here. And the 0-2 is a called strike 3. Beautiful pitch there by Turpin.
Now batting for Lower Moreland.
And there are 2 outs here in the top of the first. Two outs, and here's Doniker, the shortstop. Turpin comes set, and his first pitch to the shortstop is hit on the ground over to his fellow counterpart shortstop, McDermott. He'll make a strong throw in time to get Doniker, the fellow shortstop. 1-2-3 inning for Shane Turpin, the senior. Makes quick work of the Lower Moreland Lions. 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the first. Lower Moreland nothing. Holy Ghost Prep coming up here on the YouTube channel. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Chpansky with you, the voice of the Firebirds. Lower Moreland taking on Holy Ghost Prep. As we head to the bottom of the first inning, Mason Tamaro gets the start for the Lions. He's 1-0 on the season with a 1.75 earned run average. He's pitched in 12 innings, giving up 9 hits, 3 runs, all 3 were earned, I should say. He hasn't walked a single hitter, and he has 8 strikeouts on the season. Tamaro is a contact first pitcher. His control is very good from what I hear, and we'll see him today take on the Firebirds. Here's a look at the starting lineup for Holy Ghost Prep. Jack McDermott, Isaac Acosta, Tyler McCord, Reese Accord, Aiden Robbins, Hunter Finlay, Matthew Goldenbaum, Liam Parsons, and Joe Amati. It's McDermott, Acosta, McCord, Accord, Robbins, Finlay, Goldenbaum, Parsons, and Amati here in the bottom of the first. If you're just joining us, the senior Shane Turpin set down the Lower Moreland Lions 1-2-3. Got Dymaski to ground out to the second baseman Goldenbaum, Panizzi to strike out looking, and Doniker to ground out to the shortstop. And Jack swings and hits one in the air on the first pitch. The second baseman is over to make the play, as that's Rick Chiardi. There's one away. First pitch swinging for Jack McDermott. I'll bring up Isaac Acosta. Here's a look at Lower Moreland defensively. Left to right in the outfield, it's Panizzi, Haggerty, and Incoligno. Left to right on the infield, it's Stepanski, Doniker, Rick Chiardi, who just made that pop fly catch, and Fazio, who's the first baseman. Doing the pitching is Tamaro, as there's a ball. The scoreboard is now functioning already. 1-0 is swung on and hit on the ground over to second base. Up with it, and that's a way high throw as Rick Chiardi throws it away, and Acosta reaches via an error. So 1 on here in the bottom of the first.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 3, Tyler McCord.
So here's Tyler McCord after that error by Rick Chiardi. Want to thank everybody for joining us here. We have some Lower Moreland fans in the house, some Holy Ghost Prep fans. Again, we do have the live chat is active, so you can support both teams. We appreciate everyone for joining us here. First pitch is a little low to Tyler McCord. 1-0. McCord on the season, hitting .450 with a home run. The 1-0 in there for a called strike. It's 1-1. So Lower Moreland coming into this game with a team batting average of .216, but a team earned run average of 3.68. They are a defense and pitching first team. And as Tamaro throws back to check on Acosta over at first after he reached via the error. Speaking of good pitching this year, it's been the year of good pitching in Major League Baseball. 6 no-hitters already. 2 against 3 different teams. I know that it's Cleveland, the Mariners, and another team, as that throw is not in time, as Tamaro once again playing the cat and mouse game with Acosta. But just the amount of no-hitters have been absolutely crazy this year from some pitchers that you would not think would be throwing no-hitters in the year 2021. Corey Kluber being one of them. Yankees have had good starting pitching this year so far. Prior to this game, in other Major League Baseball news, the Phillies placed Bryce Harper on the injured list, the 10-day IL. Thought he was playing hurt just based on some swings that he has taken, and Phillies in some trouble. That ball swung on and hit in the air out to left center field, going back at the track at the wall, and it's gone! Tyler McCord gives the Firebirds a 2-0 lead. If it was fair, it was gone. As Mr. Heston wanted me to say. And there's nothing there that Haggerty could do besides watch that ball sail out of here. It's 2-0 Holy Ghost Prep. McCord's second home run of the year. Sounded very good off the bat there.
Now batting for the Firebirds.
They'll bring up Reese Accord, the first baseman for Holy Ghost Prep. So 1 out. Accord swings and misses at the first pitch. It's 0-1. Reese Accord, first baseman for the Firebirds. Accord on the season, hitting .345. And the pitch. Upstairs, it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, back to the no-hitter controversy. Well, I mean, I guess you could say it's a controversy, but there's been so many this year. Major League Baseball last year with so many home runs in that shortened 60-game season. The 1-1 is an off-speed pitch that kind of looked like an ephus, a Zach Greinke ephus, and it misses outside. It's 2 balls and a strike. But just interesting how many no-hitters have been in Major League Baseball already this season, with there being already 6, and we're not even 2 full months into the season yet. There's a big swing and a miss by Accord as he chased one above his head. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. One out here in the bottom of the first. Tyler McCord with the big home run, the big bang here in the bottom of the first. Tomorrow comes set, and his 2-2 is upstairs. It's now full count to Reese Accord. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. He got Accord there, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 12, Aiden Robbins.
Swung on and hit on the ground through the hole on the left side. And Aiden Robbins, the center fielder, has himself a 2-out single. Robbins' first pitch swinging as well after that strikeout by Accord. They'll bring up the catcher, Hunter Finlay. Zach DeMario did most of the catching at the end of the regular season. Finlay comes back here in this game for the Firebirds. Let's see if we can catch up on some comments here. Watching from Detroit. Okay. Detroit. Place that I would be interested in going in. I want to see all the ballparks eventually. Comerica Park. As there's a strike, it's 0-1 to Finlay. But we appreciate you joining us, Michael, here on this Tuesday afternoon. Don't forget Spencer Turnbull. Spencer Turnbull was another one. Him and Corey Kluber, 2 guys that you wouldn't think would throw no-hitters here in 2021. Tigers have been pretty good, though. DeGrom is having a no-hitter today. It could be. I saw his start against the minor league Cardinals. Not that that per se means anything, but I think it was pretty unfair to have DeGrom throw 102 against a bunch of minor league single-A Cardinal hitters, but sure. No balls and 1 strike to count. With 2 outs here in the bottom of the first. Robbins leads off first. Robbins going for second, and the throw is in time to get Aiden Robbins. So that will end the inning. Firebirds score 2 runs on 2 hits. Nobody left. We head to the top of the second. Tyler McCord, big courtesy there to give the Firebirds a 2-0 lead.
Number 31.
Welcome back here. David Shapansky with you here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus as we head to the top of the second. Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed, taking on the Holy Ghost Prep Firebirds, the number 1 seed here in the District 1 for a playoffs. As Shane Turpin goes back to work against Haggerty, the center fielder. Turpin set down the Lions 1-2-3 in the top of the first, getting Dymaski to ground out to Goldenbaum, Panizzi to strike out, and Doniker to ground out to the shortstop. As there's a strike, it's 0-1. Haggerty on the season hitting .500. And the next pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-2. Balls and 2 strikes to count to the cleanup hitter Haggerty for Lower Moreland. 2-0 Firebirds here in the top of the second. There's a chopper hit on the ground over to third. It's fair. McCord has it, and he throws. Not in time, though, as a cord comes off the bag. So there's a base hit for Haggerty. That'll bring up Incoligno. Incoligno on the season, according to Max Preps, does not have a batting average. He's had 6 at-bats, but no hits so far for Lower Moreland. 2-0 lead after Tyler McCord's 2-run home run to left center field in the bottom of the first. Turpin checks back on the runner, comes set, and the pitch is fouled back. It's 0-1. Incoligno, the right fielder for Lower Moreland. See if we can catch up on some other comments that we have here. Okay, we don't have any new comments. We do appreciate all the feedback, though, and all the baseball comments. Love talking baseball in general here on this Tuesday afternoon. Turpin checks back on Haggerty, who reached via a leadoff single. No balls and 1 strike to count. Turpin comes set. And the 0-1 pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. It's 0-2 to Incoligno. And the winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School on Thursday in the championship. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Turpin, the righty, comes set. And the 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. It's 1-2. One ball and 2 strikes to count to Incoligno. The runner at first is Haggerty, the center fielder. 2-0 Firebirds here in the top of the second. The 1-2 swung on and fouled back to the cage. It remains 1-2. Incoligno on the season, again, does not have a batting average. He has 6 at-bats, no hits yet, according to Max Preps. See if we have any more comments here coming in. Okay, we do. A few more. I hope my friend on Lower Moreland is not lonely on the bench. Okay, Nolan. Interesting comment. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 2-0 lead for the Firebirds after a 2-run home run to left center field courtesy of Tyler McCord in the bottom of the first. Turpin checks back. Not in time to get Haggerty. It remains the 1 ball and 2 strike count to the right fielder Incoligno. Lower Moreland came into this game with a record of 7-10, 3-5 away. Here in the first round of the district playoffs. Turpin, the senior, comes set on the 1-2. Swung on and hard hit through the hole on the right side into right field. Stopping at second is Haggerty, and Incoligno puts Lower Moreland in business as they have the first 2 runners on via singles here in the top of the second.
Now batting for Lower Moreland, number 24, Mason Tamaro.
So here's Mason Tamaro, the pitcher for Lower Moreland. No DH here in this one. As now Hunter Finlay relays the signs to the fielders. Here in the top of the second, Lower Moreland, first 2 runners have reached here against Shane Turpin after a 1-2-3 first inning. Here in the second, Haggerty single to McCord and Incoligno single to right field. Turpin comes set and the bunt is pulled back. It's in there for a strike. It's 0-1. Lower Moreland, again, came into this game with a batting average of .216 as a team. I'm sure that they would agree that that's not where they would like that to be. They are a defense and pitching first team. The 0-1 pitch. Turpin comes set from the stretch. And the 0-1. The bunt, once again, was shown but pulled back. The pitch misses low. It's 1-1. The runner at second is the center fielder Haggerty. You would have to imagine that he has good speed, and the runner at first is Incoligno, the right fielder. 2-0 lead for the Firebirds. You're in the top of the second inning, facing Lower Moreland. Infield coming in, at least on the corners, and the bunt is shown again, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. On the outside corner, it's 1-2 to Mason Tamaro. Tamaro on the season hitting 125. He has 1 hit and 8 at-bats. Turpin, the senior, comes set. And his 1-2 pitch to his pitching counterpart is popped up. McCord is over to give it a look, but it head towards the spectators over the Holy Ghost Prep dugout. It remains 1-2. Do you have any stats on Tyler Kaplan? Okay, Tyler Kaplan, I do not, unfortunately, forever ask that. And the other question, are there any D1 or draftable prospects on this team? I'll answer that in a second. The 1-2 pitch. Turpin comes set. Just missed. It was a breaker. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some guys have already committed to play baseball in college. Jack McDermott, who has over a 400 batting average so far on the season. Tyler McCord, another player on Holy Ghost. In terms of Lower Moreland, I'm not so sure. Let me answer the question to the best of my ability, Michael. Hopefully that maybe helped you out. But yes, Tyler and Jack McDermott for sure, the senior. As Tamaro bounces one foul down the third base line, it remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. So big battle here between Tamaro and Turpin with nobody out here in the top of the second. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream, Father Dan's Mass on Saturday. And by then, there will be no more athletic events. Well, from what we could tell, regardless if there's a championship or not. Here, 2 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2-0 lead for the Firebirds. Lower Moreland threatening here in their half of the second. Turpin, the senior, comes set in the white pinstripes. And the 2-2 is swung on and chopped back to Turpin. His only play is the throw to first. And he does get Tamaro in time, but it works as kind of a sacrifice bunt here. Score of the play 1-3. Haggerty will move up to third, as Incoligno will move up to second. So there's 1 out. The scoreboard is harder than, well, one would think. Just to manage, Rick Chiardi, the second baseman, up for Lower Moreland. Rick Chiardi on the season. Turpin comes set and fouled it off. It's 0-1. Rick Chiardi on the season is hitting 167. He has 1 hit and 6 at-bats. Here in the top of the second, Haggerty, the center fielder, reached via the single. Incoligno, the right fielder, also reached via a hard hit single through the right side. Tamaro, the pitcher, hit one back to Turpin. His only play was to record at first. And now with runners on second and third, Rick Chiardi, the second baseman, is the batter. The 0-1 misses upstairs. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. 2-0 lead for the #1 seeded Firebirds. They came into this game with a record of 11-8, 8-4 at home. Turpin comes set in his 1-1 pitch. Misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. On deck for Lower Moreland, it's Fazio. Runners at second and third, though. Lower Moreland threatening. Again, the winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School. Their game is also in action right now. If I can get a score for you, I'll try. Turpin comes set, and the 2-1 is fouled back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Big hack there by Rick Chiardi. Two balls and 2 strikes to count. To the second baseman for Lower Moreland. Runners on second and third for the Lions. Turpin comes set, and his 2-2 pitch is in the dirt. It's now full count, 3-2 to the second baseman, Rick Chiardi. 1 out here in the top of the second. Firebird scored 2 in their half of the first via a big 2-run blast by Tyler McCord to left center field. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. Turpin comes set, and his payoff pitch is swung on and chopped on the ground, hit over to short. Jack McDermott, the senior, is up with it. He makes a strong throw in time to get Rick Chiardi, but Rick Chiardi will be credited with the RBI as a run scores. It's now a 2-1 game as Bryce Fazio is now the batter. So where's Fazio? Fazio 2 at-bats, no hits. Does have a walk, and the pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Two outs, 2-1 game. Here in the top of the second, runner on third is in Coligno, the right fielder. Haggerty scored, and the pitch. The bunt is pulled back, and it's in there for a strike. It's now 0-2 to the 8-hole hitter for Lower Moreland, Fazio. See if we have any more comments here to check on here on the YouTube channel. I heard the line on this game was, no, I don't think so. We'll see, though. We are not sponsored by FanDuel. Strike 3 called. Good pitch on the outside part of the plate. And Fazio goes down looking. 1 run on 2 hits. 1 man left as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Firebirds lead the Lions 2-1. Welcome back here as we're about to get set for the bottom of the second inning. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland by a score of 2-1 here in this District 1 for a playoff game. David Shapansky with you here is going to lead it off. Will be Hunter Finlay for HolyGhostPrep. So I do have some clarification from a spectator here. In Coligno for Lower Moreland is a D1 commit. Oh, Haggerty. Haggerty is a D1 commit. My bad. The cleanup hitter who singled Haggerty, the center fielder, is D1 commit. Whoever asked that question. There's a called strike. It's 0-1 to the catcher, Finlay. Firebirds scored 2 runs courtesy of a home run by Tyler McCord. The 0-1 swung on and hit in the air down the left field line. That will drop in front of Panizzi. And Hunter Finlay is aboard with a leadoff single. Matthew Goldenbaum will now be the hitter as Zach DeMario will come in and pinch run for Finlay, the catcher, as it'll be a courtesy runner. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. I want to thank fans of both sides for joining us here. I know that Lower Moreland shouted out the live stream before today. We appreciate it. And if there's any more questions or baseball-related content to talk about, don't forget to put it in the chat. Tomorrow we'll pick back against DeMario, the pinch runner for Finlay. Not in time, though. Goldenbaum comes into this game hitting .333. DeMario comes set. And his first pitch to Matt misses outside. It's 1 ball, no strikes. DeMario charged with 2 earned runs that he gave up in the first, courtesy of the Tyler McCord home run. Late swing there by Goldenbaum. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. DeMario comes set and steps off. Just joining us, this is the first game of the District 1 4A playoffs. HolyGhostPrep taking on Lower Moreland. That ball swung on and in the air towards the right center field gap. It's going to split the 2 outfielders. Heading for third is DeMario. Goldenbaum is already at second. DeMario is being waved around to the plate. The throw by the shortstop, or the second baseman, Rick Chiardi, is not in time. It's a 3-1 lead for the Firebirds as Matthew Goldenbaum delivers an RBI double. Good piece of hitting there by Goldenbaum. There's still nobody out. Finlay comes in to score. Well, DeMario actually comes in to score for Finlay, who singled to lead off the inning. Goldenbaum is now at second. And Liam Parsons, the DH, is now the batter for the Firebirds. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Tamaro comes set. And his first pitch is swung on and ripped foul. It's 0-1. I'm going to tell you something. If we had the bat speed coming off of it, the hit speed, it'd be pretty high because there's been a lot of hard hit balls, especially here in this bottom of the second against Mason Tamaro. The starter, Tamaro, came into this game with a earned run average of 1.75. That's been heightened. And the next pitch is a big whiff. It's 0-2. Runner at second is Golden Bomb. Finlay singled. DeMario did pinch run for Finlay. DeMario came in to score on that gapper double to right field. 3-1 lead for Holy Ghost. Tamaro comes set, and the pitch is upstairs. Good thing that Parsons pulled that bat back because that almost went around, but he did not. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tamaro comes set. And his 1-2 pitch is upstairs again. Fastball that missed. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count now even. Okay, Ty Kaplan is a freshman. Okay, good to know. We'll see if he gets into this game. Runner at second is Golden Bomb. Tamaro comes set. And his 2-2 pitch. Swung on and hit in the air out to center field. Haggerty goes back. He has room and makes the catch in front of the warning track. Tagging up to third is Golden Bomb. He'll be in there standing up. And there's 1 out here in the bottom of the second. And apparently, was that a hidden ball trick? What was that? Okay, never mind. They didn't tag him. Yeah, I don't know exactly what happened, but Golden Bomb kind of walked off the base there. What was that? Or they're going to say that he maybe left early. So Parsons flies out to Haggerty, and we'll see what the call is. Now, Lower Moreland, they were jumping up like the call was made, but I did not see either umpire make a clear call to whether or not he tagged up early. Oh, we're going to find out. We're going to find out here on replay. Let's see. Matt, did you get a good shot of that? Let's see. All right, let's see. We'll find out. So he is out, as Golden Bomb did apparently leave early. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. In between innings, I'll watch the replay and we'll decide for those at home. Amati, the batter. 2 outs, though, here in the bottom of the second. Firebirds lead 3-1, and the pitch is upstairs. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Thank you, Matt. Keeping up with the score. Oh, okay, not inning. We want to, there we go. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Tamaro comes set in this 3-1 game, and the pitch is, he did swing. It's a strike. It was a little upstairs, but it's 1 ball and 1 strike to count. Amati, the 9-hole hitter for the Firebirds. He's a left fielder. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. If you're just joining us, Firebirds lead 3-1 after a big RBI double in this inning by Matthew Goldenbaum. And the pitch from Tamaro is fouled, popped up, and that will hit the Lower Moreland. Will go behind the Lower Moreland dugout. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Mason Tamaro doing the pitching for Lower Moreland. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. And the pitch to Amati. Misses outside and upstairs. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So let's see if we have any more comments here on this one. Tamaro, yes, Tamaro is also a freshman. Thanks to Max Preps, I did know that. The 2-2 pitch from Mason Tamaro is a curveball that misses down low. It's now a 3-ball, 2-strike count. A little curious to throw a little interesting to throw a curveball there, 2-2, but makes sense. The 3-2 pitch, well, not really, but sure. Called strike 3. It looked like a changeup there, and Tamaro strikes out Amati looking. Second strikeout victim of the day for Tamaro. We played 2 innings, 1 run on 2 hits. Nobody left there in that bottom of the second. We head to the top of the third. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland 3-1. Welcome back here. David Chpansky with you here as we get set for the top of the third inning. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed in the district playoffs, by a score of 3-1. Stepansky, the third baseman, leads it off for Lower Moreland. Turpin comes set, and the pitch misses low in the dirt. It's 1-0. 9-1-2 due up for Lower Moreland in this inning against Shane Turpin. The 1-0 pitch. Upstairs, it's 2-0. So far, 1 run on 2 hits given up by Turpin. There's a ground ball hit over to Jack McDermott. The shortstop throws low and misses a cord as a cord couldn't pick it up. Bad throw there by McDermott. It's an odd occasion for him, as Stepansky will reach via the E6. I'll bring up Dymowski, the catcher. Dymowski today is 0 for 1 with a ground out. So Turpin going to have to work around the error here, the leadoff error here in the top of the third. Turpin comes set. The right-hander's first pitch misses. It's 1-0. One ball, no strikes to count to the leadoff hitter, Dymowski. Runner at first is Stepansky. Turpin comes set, and the 1-0, it's a bunt by Dymowski, but it hits off the Firebirds dugout fence. It's now a ball and a strike. Don't forget to like and subscribe here to the channel if you're enjoying what you're seeing here on this Tuesday afternoon. Good crowd on tap for this District 1 for a playoff game between the Firebirds and Lower Moreland. Firebirds the number 1 seed, Lower Moreland the number 4 seed. The winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School, and that game will be the championship game on Thursday afternoon. I believe first pitch for that game is 4 o'clock. Elimination game for both of these teams. See who makes it to the championship. Turpin, the right-hander, on the mound for Holy Ghost. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. Nobody out here in the third. The 1-1. Swung on and fouled back to the cage. It's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Again, Dymowski led off the game with a 1-pitch ground out to Matthew Goldenbaum. You said it in the pregame show, the key to the game really for Turpin is first pitch strikes. He's done a pretty good job at that today. Trying to work out of some trouble, though, here in the third. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and hit on the ground over to short. McDermott will have an attempt to get back for his error there, and he will, as it's a 6-3 double play as McDermott took it to the bag himself. There's 2 outs now here in the top of the third. So McDermott makes up for his error to allow Stepansky to reach and gets Dymowski on the double play. Good job by Shane Turpin to induce the ground ball. Panizzi is now the batter, and he takes the first pitch outside. It's 1 ball and no strikes. 2 outs here in the third. Turpin comes set from the windup, and the 1-0 is swung on and popped up. Little weak fly ball out towards shallow center field. McDermott is there to make the catch. So score the putout P6. No runs, no hits, 1 error, nobody left. We head to the bottom of the third. Firebirds lead the Lions by a score of 3-1. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Shapansky with you here. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland here in the district playoffs by a score of 3-1. So we begin the bottom of the third. It'll be the top of the lineup for the Firebirds, 1, 2, and 3. McDermott, Acosta, and McCord. Of course, Tyler with the big two-run blast back in the first. McDermott swung at the first pitch to pop it up to the second baseman, Ricciardi. Back in his first at bat, back in, well, the bottom of the first. Of course, led off the game. Tamaro comes set, and his first pitch to McDermott is again popped up. This one again to shallow right field. Haggerty comes sprinting in. It's going to drop in front of Haggerty. McDermott, was sprinting as he'll pull into second base, standing up. That's a hit because there's nothing you can do about that. That just landed in between Ricciardi and Haggerty, and it's a leadoff double for Jack McDermott. I'll bring up Isaac Acosta, the sophomore right fielder. Isaac reached in his first at-bat via an error by Ricciardi. He's 0 for 1 today. Tamaro comes set in the pitch. Swung on and hit sharply on the ground over to first. Up with it is Fazio, and he'll take it to the bag himself. Works as a sacrifice. As heading over to third is McDermott. There's now one away here in the bottom of the third. I'll bring up Tyler McCord, who had a home run back in his first at-bat of the day to left center field into the trees to give the Firebirds an early 2-0 lead. Runner at third is McDermott. Lower Moreland plays the infield in, and Tamaro's first pitch to McCord misses low. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies today place Bryce Harper on the injury list. You can imagine I'm a sad boy, right, Tyler? I am a sad boy. Yep. Knew he was playing hurt, and Joe kind of lied about it. The 1-0 misses upstairs. It's 2-0. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland 3-1. The runner at third is McDermott, and McCord fouls it back to the cage. It's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 3-1 lead for the Firebirds against Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed in the district playoffs. Firebirds the number 1 seed. Firebirds came into this game with a record of 11-8. Lower Moreland came into this game with a record of 7-10. The pitch swung on and hit in the air down the first base line, and it heads foul. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ryan got himself a souvenir. Tamaro comes set, and the 2-2 pitch misses outside. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count to Tyler McCord with a runner on third. That's McDermott. He reached via a bloop double to lead off the bottom of the third. Acosta ground out to the first baseman, the right side, which got McDermott over to third. The 3-2 payoff pitch is once again swung on and popped up. Fazio gives it a look, so does the right fielder, and it goes foul towards the Lower Moreland spectators. It remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. See if we have any more comments here to catch up on here. We do not. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. The live chat is activated. Again, the winner of this game will go to the championship against Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School on Thursday at 4 p.m. Tamaro comes set, and the pitch misses upstairs. Ball 4, fastball. And there will now be runners on the corners for the Firebirds for Reese Accord. Spurs Reese Accord. Accord in his first at-bat struck out against Tamaro. Tamaro again came into this game with an earned run average of 1.75. He didn't walk anybody at all in his first 12 innings. He's now walked 1 batter. That was his first walk of the season, according to Max Preps. And by the way, Tyler McCord, Tamaro's first pitch to Accord is in there for a strike. The sophomore first baseman up for the Firebirds. Firebirds with runners on the corners. Coach Olinsky's team leads 3-1 over Lower Moreland. Mason Tamaro comes set, and the pitch is swung on and popped up. Big hack there by Accord. It's now 0 balls and 2 strikes. And 1 out here. Good contact. We'll get McDermott in from third. No balls and 2 strikes to the count. Tamaro comes set, and the pitch misses high. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. We got a question there in the chat. The camera is on. We are on the Lower Moreland side, which is the visitor side, but it's closest to the Fieldhouse gym here, which is where we connect our power to run the stream. So therefore, the camera will not extend to where we are. It can only pan out. So therefore, that answer is no, unfortunately. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes, the count, as Accord fouls one off. Tamaro comes set in this 3-1 game, and the 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back. It remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. Coming a cloudy afternoon here on this Tuesday. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Accord in the hole. Mason Tamaro comes set. McCord runs for second. The ball is hit on the ground to Rick Chiardi. He has one play. It's over to first. McCord is heading towards third. The throw is low, and it's not in time. So Tyler McCord with smart base running gets over to third. Accord gets the RBI ground out. As coming in to score is McDermott. It's now 4-1 Firebirds. Here's Aiden Robbins. He singled in his first at bat. The sophomore up here with a runner on third, trying to extend the lead. Firebirds lead 4-1. Tamaro's first pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-1 to Aiden Robbins. Okay, so yeah, Matt, who is the producer working the camera, if he can answer any questions, he'll be on it with me if I don't see them. The next pitch misses. It's 1 ball, 1 strike, the count to Aiden Robbins. Firebirds lead 4-1 over Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed. Firebirds the number 1 seed here in the first round of the district playoffs. Tamaro's pitch is swung on and hit on the ground in the left field. There's a base hit. It gets in front of the left fielder who will play it on a hop. As that's Panizzi, it's now a 5 for the Firebirds as Aiden Robbins gets the RBI single with 2 outs here in the third.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 33, Hunter Finley.
Here's Hunter Finlay, the catcher for the Firebirds. He's 1 for 1 today with the single. Robbins now has 2 hits today. He leads off the first. Tamaro going to play the cat and mouse game. That was actually closer there than what I expected, as Robbins was in there safe with his helmet, but the tag by Fazio almost, well, did hit the right cleat of Aiden Robbins. Tamaro comes set, and the first pitch to Finlay, the catcher, is fouled back. It's no balls and a strike. No balls and 1 strike, the count. For Moreland. The runner at first is Aiden Robbins, the sophomore center fielder, and the batter at the plate is Hunter Finlay. He's down 0-1 in the count to Tamaro. 5-1 lead for the Firebirds. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 0-2, so now Finlay is in the hole. We're in the bottom of the third. No balls and 2 strikes, the count. The pitch from Tamaro is swung on and chopped on the ground over to short. Up with it is Doniker, and he'll make the throw over to second base in time to the 4th. We're back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. David Shapansky, the voice of the Firebirds, with you here. Shane Turpin goes back to work. The senior will face the middle of the order for Lower Moreland. 3, 4, and 5. It's Doniger, Haggerty, and Incognito. First pitch misses. It's 1 ball and no strikes, the count. To Doniger. Doniger grounded out in his first at bat. The 1-0. In there for a called strike on the inside corner. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. It's Tuesday afternoon. We have Lower Moreland fans and Firebirds fans. The ball's ripped into center field for a base hit. McDermott tried to get it just out of his reach. So Haggerty is aboard with another single. He's 2 for 2 today. There's Donato Incognito. That will work. 1-1 first with 1 out. Here's Incognito. 1 for 1 with a single. 5-1 lead for the number 1 seed Firebirds against Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed here in round 1 of the district playoffs. Shane Turpin, the senior, on the mound for the Firebirds. And he'll play the cat and mouse game and check back with Haggerty, who's back in there safely. Turpin comes set. And his pitch is swung on and hit in the air out to right center field. Robbins is over to give it a look. It's past him and above his head. It bounces over the fence. And it should be a ground rule double. It went over. That clearly went over. And they're not going to call it, but that clearly went over. So they're gonna call here. We should have the replay on that. We'll see if they will look at it, but they're gonna say it's a ground. Well, it is a ground rule double, but right now it stands as a home run for Incognito. But there is no way that that ball went over that fence on the fly. But we'll see what the call is. I have made numerous attempts to try to get that mesh fence to be removed, but as Tyler tells me, the JV team is, oh, they don't want to do that. Or they do, but like you have to split it up somehow. So they don't want to put like a permanent fence for soccer. I think that was the reason behind it. This is a long conference for a pretty clear-eyed play here, but we'll see what happens. Right now it is 5-3 though. And they are going to put the runner back at second, I believe. But actually, it should be runners on second and third. No runs will score just quite here yet, so it is a ground rule double. It was a very good hit for Incognito, but it did not go over the fence on the fly. So Haggerty has to stay at third, and Incognito will stand at second. Now, the really question you have to ask yourself about there, and I think that that's Lower Moreland fans will agree on this, is how come that call was not made by, I know that usually someone as the home plate umpire has the field if the 2 umpires are on the bases, but that call should have been made by any umpire. I mean, that's a big play. It's a home run or a ground rule double. That call probably should have been made by an umpire before it was technically counted as a home run, but just, I guess, as a kind of an OCD thing, I guess you could say. There's a strike. It's 0-1. With 1 out here in the 4th, again, Haggerty is over at third. Incognito with the double to deep center field. He's at second, and Mason Tamaro is the batter. It is 5-1. Okay. Turpin on the mound for the Firebirds. Ahead in the count, 0-1 to Tamaro. The pitch. Misses. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Tamaro today is 0 for 1. He grounded out back to Turpin in his first at bat. It did kind of work as a sacrifice, though, as it got the runner over to third. Runners on second and third. Lower Moreland threatening with runners in scoring position. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top of the 4th. 5-1 lead for the number 1 seed Firebirds, and Turpin's 1-1 misses. It's 2 balls and a strike. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the streamer on the YouTube channel. I just checked a couple minutes ago, we're up to 65, 70 viewers. We appreciate everyone tuning in here on this Tuesday afternoon. Turpin comes set. And the senior's 2-1 pitch to Tamaro is swung on and chopped back to the mound. This will not get the runner over. Turpin will check back over to Haggerty at third. And it's another ground out to the pitcher for Tamaro. It's 1-3, and there's 2 outs here in the fourth for Rick Chiardi, the second baseman. Rick Chiardi today is 0 for 1 with a ground out to Jack McDermott in his first at-bat. Lower Moreland still threatening here with 2 outs here in the fourth. Firebirds lead 5-1. Turpin comes set in the pitch. Misses. It was close, but it's 1-0. One ball and no strikes the count. Turpin comes set, and his 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2-0. 2 very close pitches. We're not the way of the Firebirds. 2 balls and no strikes the count. Good eye there by Rick Chiardi, the second baseman for the Lions. Turpin comes set, and the 2-0 pitch. Off-speed pitch had him flailing, but did not actually go around. Wanted to, though. It's 2 balls and a strike. Rick Chiardi, the second baseman for the Lions. Batting here with 2 runners in scoring position for Lower Moreland. They trail 5-1. The senior Shane Turpin trying to work his way out of trouble here in the top of the fourth. The pitch is a curveball that catches the inside corner. Good pitch there by Turpin, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Doniker led off the inning with a hard lineup to McDermott. Haggerty singled and Coligno doubled. Tamaro grounded back out to the pitcher. Turpin trying to lead them there. The pitch misses, goes behind Finlay. It was low in the dirt, but short backstop there. Nobody's running home. It's now 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count here to Rick Chiardi. The batter on deck is the first baseman, Fazio. He struck out in his first at-bat. Shane Turpin wants to leave him on the on-deck circle. 3 balls and 2 strikes to count. 2 outs here in this 5-1 game, and the payoff misses outside, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Lower Moreland. That'll bring up the first baseman, Fazio. It's the first walk allowed by Turpin in his 3 2/3. Fazio again did strike out in this first at bat. Bases are full of Lions here in the top of the fourth. Firebirds lead 5-1, but Lower Moreland having their best chance of the day here in the fourth. First pitch to Fazio is in there on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. No balls and 1 strike to count. Turpin, the senior, comes set, working through adversity here. And the 0-1 pitch is swung on, hit off the end of the bat, and it hits off the metal cage. It's no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the fourth. Firebirds leading Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed, 5-1 here in the first round of the District 1 4A playoffs. The winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School on Thursday in the championship. That game is at 4 o'clock. Both teams playing for their lives here in this one. Bases are loaded. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Turpin, the righty, comes set. And the pitch is hit off the end of the bat down the first base line. It heads towards a car, and it bounces on the concrete and then kind of hits against a car. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Remains here to Fazio, the 8-hole hitter for Lower Moreland. Turpin's had to work in this 4th inning. That double, which was a ground rule double, was originally called a home run. It came back, though, and then walking Rick Chiardi, and now facing Fazio. The 0-2 swung on and popped up. Joe Amati is over to give it a look, but it goes foul into the bushes. If it was fair, that was probably gone, but goes foul, luckily for the Firebirds. It remains no balls and 2 strikes to count. Have any comments here about this game or questions, or any questions or comments about MLB or baseball in general? Feel free to put them in the chat. Either Matt, my producer, or I will see them. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Turpin, the senior, comes set, and his 0-2 pitch is fouled once again off the end of the bat. Fazio is just staying alive and fouling off some tough pitches, especially on the outside part of the plate. A lot of them you hear the kind of that end of the bat sound when he makes contact. Bases remain full of Lions. The runner at third is Haggerty. The runner at second is Coligno. And the runner at first is the second baseman, Ricciardi. The first baseman, Fazio, is at the dish. The right-handed batter steps in, and the 0-2 pitch is swung on and popped up. It is in play, but then goes out of play real quick, as Finlay kind of came out, but then went back in. It remains no balls and 2 strikes. 2 outs here in the fourth. You have a feeling this could be a big part of this ball game here. The bases remain loaded for the Lions. There's 2 outs. Fazio's the batter. Turpin again has really had to work. This has been a high-stressed, taxing inning here for Turpin, but can he work out of it? We'll find out. Turpin comes set from the stretch, and his 0-2 pitch is swung on and hit on the ground over to third. McCord steps on the bag and gets the force out over at third in time. No runs on 2 hits. 3 men left. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Firebirds right now leading over Lower Moreland. It's 5-1. Welcome back here. David Shabansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds, as we get set for the bottom of the fourth inning. It is a pretty beautiful day. Started out sunny, but now it's cloudy. Temperature-wise, though, it's pretty perfect. It's not too hot. We're in the upper 70s, well, mid-70s now as the wind begins to pick up. I don't know why the music is still playing. It looks like tomorrow is ready. Tomorrow we'll face the bottom of the order for Coach Zielinski's Firebirds, 7, 8, and 9. It's Goldenbaum, Parsons, and Amati. Here is Matt Goldenbaum. Goldenbaum, the sophomore, is 1 for 1 today with a double. Firebirds lead 5-1. Tamaro goes back out for his 4th inning of work, and the pitch is in the dirt. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed in this district playoffs. Firebirds, the number 1 seed. The winner will play in the championship on Thursday. And the 1-0 pitch is swung on and hit in the air off the end of the bat. It's heading down the first base line, and it bounces just beyond our 10. You may have been able to hear that hit the concrete. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Full of the student body showing out today. Good amount of students here down the third base, or first base line, I should say. The 1-1 pitch is in there for a called strike, off speed pitch. Good crowd on hand for this one. This playoff game, good crowd on the YouTube channel. Appreciate everyone tuning in today. Regardless what team you support, we really appreciate all the positive feedback and questions. If you have any more, feel free to put them in the chat. Goldenbaum fouls off the next pitch. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Goldenbaum today, again, 1 for 1 with a double in his first at bat. Tamaro comes set, and the 1-2 was an off-speed pitch, and Goldenbaum just stays alive. Was early on that one. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Tamaro comes set, and the 1-2 misses way outside. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Mason Tamaro doing the pitching for the Lions. His 2-2 pitch to the second baseman Goldenbaum is swung on, hit off the end of the bat into shallow center field. Haggerty runs in from center and cannot make the catch. He dove, and nobody is covering second base as Matthew Goldenbaum pulls into second with the leadoff double here in the bottom of the fourth.
Now batting for the Firebirds, number 4, Liam Parsons.
Here's the DH, Liam Parsons. So the Goldenbaum now is 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. Parsons today is 0 for 1 with a fly out to the center fielder Haggerty in his first at-bat. That came in the second. Both teams do not have bullpen action, at least not yet. Shane Turpin had a lengthy fourth inning, and Tamaro has given up 5 runs so far. The first pitch to Parsons is hit on the ground over to short. Doniker cannot field it. Goldenbaum is heading for home. Doniker will not throw it home because Goldenbaum was going to beat it, and Liam Parsons, well, we'll give him the RBI, but it looked like it was an E6 on Doniker. Goldenbaum does come around to score. It's now a 6-1 ball game. Nobody out here in the bottom of the fourth. Here's Joe Amati. He struck out in his first at-bat. And he'll take the first pitch from Tamaro in there for a strike. It's 0-1. It's now a 6-1 lead for the number 1 seeded Firebirds here in the bottom of the fourth. Joe Amati, the sophomore, is the hitter. And he's 0 for 1 today with the strikeout swinging against Tamaro. The pitch misses. It's in there for a called strike. Looked low. It's no balls and 2 strikes. Runner at first is the DH, Liam Parsons. He reached via the error by Doniker. And the pitch is swung on and hit down the right field line. And it's going to fall for a single. Parsons kind of stumbled at second base. He couldn't advance. The throw is way over the head of Doniker. There's now runners on first and second, with still nobody out. And that will turn it over to the top of the lineup in Jack McDermott. McDermott is 1 for 2 today with a double and a pop-up, as now there's a mound visit here for the Lower Moreland Lions. So while they take a mound visit, we'll see if there's a pitching change. We'll take a break here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds right now leading over Lower Moreland by a score of 6-1, and they're threatening for more here in the fourth. Mason Tamaro will continue to do the pitching for Lower Moreland. Again, I do want to apologize if there are any internet issues. We are having slight internet issues, but we do believe that the stream and the internet is at least holding on for the moment. David Chepansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. Here in the bottom of the fourth, Firebirds have runners on first and second with nobody out. First pitch to McDermott is in there for a strike. Again, Jack today, the senior, is 1 for 2 with a double and a pop-up to the second baseman, Rick Chiardi. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stepping back, they throw behind the first baseman. Fazio heading for third is Parsons. He'll be in there standing. As it will be an E1 as the throw got past Fazio. The error committed by Tamaro. No balls and 1 strike the count. Runners at first and third on the corners for HGP. No balls and 1 strike the count. The pitch swung on, crushed, hit in the air deep to right field. You can kiss that baby goodbye. Jack McDermott sends the crowd into a frenzy. It's a 3-run shot for Jack McDermott. It's his 3rd home run on the year. It's his 14th extra base hit. And somebody's going to have to take a long walk out to get that one. It's now a 9-1 lead for HGP. And the manager for Lower Moreland will not waste any time. He's seen enough of Tamaro. And they're going to go to a new pitcher. So we'll have a call to the bullpen. Firebirds leading 9-1. Jack McDermott, what a blast. Welcome back here on the Holy Ghost Prep campus. Jack McDermott, we do want to apologize because Matt, the videographer, was not here to get exactly where that ball landed. But as you can hear from my voice and the crowd's reaction next to me, that ball was crushed. Jack McDermott gives the Firebirds a 9-1 lead. Here in the bottom of the fourth inning, still nobody out. The new pitcher for the Lower Moreland Lions is number 28. It's Donato Incoligno. And Coligno so far on the season, let's see if we can, and the stats have left me here, so I'm not quite sure on the ERA for Incoligno, but I can tell you he's the new pitcher. So due to Incoligno coming into the game, he was the right fielder, so there is a new right fielder in the game. We'll try to get you his name and number when we get a chance. It is, okay. So the right fielder is Link for Lower Moreland. So come into the game. Firebirds lead 9-1. You're in the first round of the district playoffs. Firebirds the number 1 seed against Lower Moreland, the number 4 seed. And Coligno will face Isaac Acosta, who's 0 for 2 today. You know, injuries, we'll take a little bit of break off of, well, not this game, but take a break just kind of in general. In terms of, how about some Major League Baseball? Injuries have been a bad thing this year in baseball. Lots of teams have had it, and you know there is that conversation that is because of the fact that that shortened 60-game season did not help the players rejuvenate in time, even with spring training that was kind of extended this year, even with the offseason. And you're really seeing the effect of it. You've seen star players Mike Trout, go on the injured list. You've seen Bryce Harper, who just today went on the injured list, the 10-day IL. And you've seen Fernando Tatis go on the injured list, and it is their going patterns. Yeah, Bryce Harper goes on the 10-day IL, and lots of these teams, the Phillies included. Phillies have had major injury issues with Harper and Realmuto and Didi Gregorius. Still no timetable on really any three of them. And other teams have had it too. The Angels have been injury really ridden. The Mets have had injury problems themselves. So it's been a struggle for a lot of teams injury-wise this year in Major League Baseball. And I think that also plays a big part. We were talking earlier, closer to pregame, about the no-hitters in Major League Baseball this year, and I think that plays a big part of it. Is when you're using guys from, AAA alternate sites. It's going to be easier for pitchers who throw 99 to 100 to get out guys who probably should be in AA, AAA. So the 3-1 from Incoligno misses upstairs, so Acosta will be aboard. Still nobody out here in the fourth here at this game between the Lions and HGP. But yeah, I mean, just something interesting to think about, really, the amount of injuries in correlation to the no-hitters that there have been this year. I had a couple people ask me to talk about this kind of stuff on the broadcast in terms of the no-hitters and the injuries, so that's why decided to do that. But if anybody has any thoughts, let us know in the chat. Firebirds lead 9-1 over Lower Moreland. Acosta goes down to first. Here's Tyler McCord. He started off the scoring for HGP with a 2-run blast to left center field to give the Firebirds a 2-0 lead. Shane Turpin warms up in the bullpen. He's in this game already, but he's just keeping his arm fresh. And Colino comes set, and the first pitch to McCord bounces in the dirt. It's 1-0. The winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School, which is also going on at the same time right now. That will be in the championship on Thursday afternoon at 4 p.m. 1 ball, no strikes the count. And the 1-0 pitch misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes outside. McCord today, 1 for 1 with that home run. He also walked in his last at bat, which was in the 3rd. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Firebirds with a big inning. And Ian Coligno's next pitch is in there on the inside corner. Fastball for a strike. It's 2-1. Okay, we do have a comment here. Time to go. Thanks for the stream. Yes. Sorry, I'll answer that question or that statement in just a little bit. I know that you're going. Acosta heads for second. It's a hit and run. It's popped up to the right fielder, Link, and it's going to drop. It gets past Link. Stopping at second is Acosta. And there's a single for Tyler McCord. Moving up to second is Acosta. So yes, I am a student. I'm a junior here at HGP. And I do appreciate the comment. I really do. If you ever come to Comerica Park, I will let you know. Zach, please. I did see Zach Plezak's injury. Thank you for bringing that up. And when I was reading the Bryce Harper injury news, I saw that as well. And that just goes to show you another really good player who's been shut down. But yeah, Comerica Park is for sure on the list. That ball swung on, hit in the air, deep to right field. This should split the gap, and it kind of will. Heading for third is McCord. 1 run is in. And Reese Accord has himself a RBI single. His first hit of the day. McCord goes to third, and the score is Acosta from second. And I better update the score. It's now 10-1. There we go. But yeah, I do appreciate the comment, Michael. I appreciate you hanging out with us today, and appreciate you stopping by here on the YouTube channel. Appreciate everybody stopping by here on the YouTube channel today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hope that you enjoyed it. But thank you again for the nice comments there, Michael. Appreciate you tuning in and appreciate the comments. In Coligno, still doing the pitching, and the first pitch to Robbins is in the dirt. Heading for second is Accord. The infield plays on the corners. There's a swing and a miss by Robbins. It's 2 balls and a strike, or 1 ball and a strike, I should say. Robbins today is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. Firebirds could use a single here. Try to get those 2 runners home in scoring position. The next pitch misses outside and in the dirt. It's 2 balls and a strike. 10-1 lead for Holy Ghost Prep here in the first round of the District 1 4A playoffs. Take on the Lower Moreland Lions. Came into this game with a record of 7-10, 3-5 on the road. And the next pitch is swung on and hit in the air. Foul. Ball was crushed, but well foul. It's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Count even here on the center fielder, Aiden Robbins. I just had a good question from my producer. Can this game end if it was to be in a mercy? No, there is no mercies in this for any round of the playoffs. As far as I am sure on that, there are no mercy rules. There is no anything like that. I also believe I got a question about that somewhere in the chat, somewhere along. It misses outside. It's 3 balls and 2 strikes. I guess +9 was not enough. Full count. In Coligno going to work against Aiden Robbins. The payoff pitch misses. Ball 4, and the bases are now loaded for Holy Ghost, and there's still nobody out here in the 4th. Let's just show you about how long this inning has gone on. There hasn't been a single out. And in this time span, 8 hitters have come to the have come to the dish and have reached 8 straight hitters. This is the 9th batter to bat in the inning with still nobody out. It's Hunter Finlay, the catcher. And that misses. It's 1 ball and no strikes. Bases are full of Firebirds. The runner at third is McCord. The runner at second is Reese Accord. And the runner at first is Aiden Robbins. In Coligno, the former right fielder, now doing the pitching for the Lions, comes set. And the 1-0 misses. It's 2-0. And now the catcher will come out and have a word with in Coligno, as Dymowski is now out to have a conversation. 2 balls and no strikes to the count as in Coligno fell behind. Lower Moreland came into this game with a team earned run average of 3.68 according to Max Preps. That team earned run average has went up significantly in this one. But there has been a couple errors too that have not helped the pitchers for Lower Moreland as it misses. It's 3 balls and no strikes. In Coligno just trying to find the plate right now. I know what that struggle's like doing pitching myself. It's not that I was a bad control pitcher or anything, but it is frustrating sometimes when you think pitchers are closer than what they are. The 3-0 misses upstairs, ball 4, walked him. Fastball. It's now 11-1. In the score is Tyler McCord. The runner at third is now Accord. Robbins moves up to second, and the Firebirds have officially batted around. Zach DeMario will pinch run for Finlay. Here's Matthew Goldenbaum, and in Coligno is done. In Coligno and Tamaro both have not recorded an out, and we'll have another call to the bullpen here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Firebirds lead 11-1, and they still have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the bottom of the 4th. After the call to the bullpen by Lower Moreland, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Firebirds with the bases loaded. Nobody out. Firebirds lead Lower Moreland 11-1. It looks like that Shane Turpin may come out of this game. I think the long wait time in this half inning may have pulled Turpin out of this one. We'll see, though, as looks like Zach Van Arsdale will warm up in the pen, but Turpin is also down there as well. So we'll see if Turpin does continue to do the pitching. But yes, it has been a long rest time here in this 4th inning, and there's still no signs of it stopping any soon, but we'll see what happens here with Rick Chiardi, who's on to do the pitching. He'll try to solve the problems for Lower Moreland. Rick Chiardi was the second baseman. It's another right-hander for Lower Moreland as he'll come into this game. Oh, it's Berardi. Okay, I thought it... Let's see here. Vincenzo Berardi. There we go. So Rick Chiardi stays in at second base. Thank you. Berardi is in to do the pitching for Lower Moreland. According to Max Preps, he's pitched 5 1/3, giving up 1 hit, no runs, has walked 2, and has struck out 4. Once again, Firebirds have batted around. Matthew Goldenbaum, who led off this inning with a double, is up to bat. And the first pitch from Berardi is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and chopped on the ground over the head of the third baseman, Stepanski. 1 run is in to score. Heading for home is Robbins. He'll be in there standing up, and Matthew Goldenbaum has himself another 2 RBIs. It's now 13-1 HGP. Yeah, this is just kind of like a defensive swing as to get to Berardi somehow here is able to chop it down the line. It gets over the head of Stepanski. Nothing he can do. And Goldenbaum has his second hit of the inning. He has his third hit of the day. Moving up to second is DeMario, pinch run for Finlay. And the next pitch hits Parsons. So now the bases are loaded once again. Finlay's pinch runner DeMario heads for third. Goldenbaum moves up to second, and Parsons will head over to first base after the hit by pitchers. Joe Amati, he's 1 for 2 today with a strikeout and a single, facing Vincenzo Berardi. Berardi's first pitch misses. It's 1-0. 13-1 lead for Holy Ghost Prep, the #1 seed here in the tournament. Bases full of Firebirds. The 1-0 is in there for a strike to Joe Amati, the left fielder for Holy Ghost Prep. Berardi comes set. And the 1-1 swung on and hit on the ground. The third baseman Stepanski knocks it down. He'll go over to third in time to get Goldenbaum, but it will serve as an RBI as it's now 14-1 Holy Ghost Prep. Here is Jack McDermott to score the putout 5-6. Here's McDermott, and if you remember, we take you back to 3-run blast to deep right center field. There's a ball. It's 1-0 to McDermott. The 1-0 misses. It's 2-0. Firebirds have runners on first and second. The runner at second is Parsons. The runner at first is Amati. It's 14-1 Holy Ghost Prep. And the next pitch misses. It's now 3-0 to the leadoff hitter McDermott. And this, you know, not saying that Berardi has been around the plate consistently over the past few batters he's faced, but this may also be, I mean, even though it's 14-1, I don't want to face Jack McDermott, which could be part of it. The next pitch misses, ball 4. So it's a 4-pitch walk for McDermott as Isaac Acosta will now be the batter. Moving up to third is Parsons. Amati moves to second. Isaac Acosta is 0 for 2 with a walk today, trying to get his first hit and join the hit parade for Holy Ghost Prep. The championship game is on Thursday at 4 p.m. The winner of this game will play the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter. One ball, no strikes to count. Missed it there. Looking down at my scorecard. Berardi comes set, and the 1-0 misses. It's 2-0. To Isaac Acosta, the right fielder for Holy Ghost Prep. 2 balls and no strikes to count. Bases are full of Firebirds. Berardi comes set, and his pitch misses. It's now 3 balls and no strikes. It's now 7 consecutive pitches that have missed the strike zone for Vincenzo Berardi. Sun now starts to shine here on the Ted Grabowski Memorial Field. And the pitch is in there for a called strike on the outside corner. It's 3-1. After this game, we'll have a short post-game recap and a player of the game interview, which it should. I'll double check with Coach Olynski. The play is over to third. Stepanski is up with it, and it's not in time to get Acosta, so everybody moves up a base, and it's now 15-1. Stepanski had a dive to get that one and couldn't get it out of his glove. So still 1 out. Acosta will reach via single, and that will bring up Tyler McCord. McCord bats for the second time in this inning. He walked the first time in the inning. He's 2 for 2 today with a home run, a single, and a walk. Firebirds, the #1 seed, taking on the Lower Moreland Lions, the #4 seed. Firebirds lead 15-1. Shane Turpin, the starter for the Firebirds, who would have continued the 5th. And he still may as the first pitch to McCord misses. It's 1-0. he's had to sit for a very long time. If I had to guess this half inning, we're probably into about the 30, 35 minute mark by now. So I can imagine that Turpin will probably not come back into this one. The 1-0 misses, it's 2-0. Bases are full of Firebirds. 2 balls and no strikes to count. And the pitch is in there for a strike. It's 2-1 to Tyler McCord. Let's see if there's any comments that I've missed over the last few minutes. The 2-1 is swung on and crushed. Hit in the air, deep to left center field. Can it be? It's out of here! Tyler McCord, grand slam. It's a grand salami. And Tyler McCord makes it 19-1. It's his second home run of the game to the same exact spot. This one was a little deeper. And McCord crushes. And that will do it. I believe that will do it. We'll see, though, as the umpires are going to meet up here. We'll see if that's the case. And that will do it. The Firebirds defeat Lower Moreland High School by a final score of 19-1. Stay tuned for a post-game recap and a quick post-game interview. Congratulations to Lower Moreland on a season where they made the playoffs, so you can't be mad. Congratulations to Lower Moreland on their season. Firebirds will live on and face the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School in the championship on Thursday at 4 p.m. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. Welcome back here to the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel. A very good game to watch today, especially if you were the Firebirds fan. Firebirds of Holy Ghost Prep defeat the Lower Moreland Lions, the number 4 seed, by a final score of 19-1. We didn't complete 4 innings. Again, congratulations to Lower Moreland. Their season does come to an end today with an overall record of 7-11. After this game, Firebirds improved to 12-8 overall. They win the first round of districts, and they'll play in the championship on Thursday against the winner of Springfield Township and Collegium Charter High School. We'll have that game for you at 4 o'clock. Will be the first pitch. Firebirds, there's a lot to talk about in this game. Really, pitching-wise, Shane Turpin was excellent. Got out of a lot of jams. Offensively, it was pretty good, too. Tyler McCord with 2 home runs, a grand slam, which ended the game, which pretty much mercy ruled. And also, there was a 2-run home run that he hit in the first inning to get the scoring started for both teams. He had 6 RBIs in this one, and Jack McDermott had a big 3-run blast to right field. Lots of home runs. I got to work on my home run call today a little bit, but it really was just a great day for baseball. I want to say thank you to everyone who joined us today from Lower Moreland, from Holy Ghost Prep. We really appreciate both sides for joining us here for this contest. We should have a post-game interview coming up for you in a little bit. I'm going to go over and talk to Coach Olinsky, the head coach for the Firebirds, and we should get one for you. It may not be the video, but it should at least be the audio. And yeah, just a really wonderful day for baseball. The Firebirds beat Lower Moreland by a score of 19-1. Shane Turpin goes the complete game, which was 4 innings against Lower Moreland High School. And yeah, I saw a comment here, Lower Moreland, a young team that came into the game with a team batting average of .216. They were mainly a defensive first and a pitching first team coming into this game, but the Firebirds in districts do beat Lower Moreland by a score of 19-1. to one. We talked about in the pregame show the keys to success and the key to win districts, but more importantly, well, that's the next objective on Thursday, to win districts, but more importantly, to win today, you had to play good defense. They did for the most part, and get production out of their all-stars. Jack McDermott, Tyler McCord, they did that today, and good pitching, of course, from Shane Turpin. So when we come back, we'll get a post-game interview for you. David Chpansky with you here, the voice of the Firebirds. We'll be right back here on the Holy Ghost Prep YouTube channel.